Hi students, welcome to Shaker's History classes. We are discussing about UPSC previous year questions. In this video, we are going to discuss about a question on Buddhism which was asked in 2020. It is one of the difficult questions that was asked in 2020. Here question is asked, with reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statements. Sthaviravadins belong to Mahayana Buddhism. Lokottaravadin sect was an offshoot of Mahasanghika sect of Buddhism. The deification of Buddha by Mahasanghikas fostered Mahayana Buddhism. Here the terms like Sthaviravadin, Mahayana, Lokottaravadin and Mahasanghika are different terms we are often seen in this question. In NCERT, it is given that in 4th Buddhist Council that was held under the patronage of Kanishka, two sects of Buddhism, one is Mahayana and Hinayana, got emerged. Only we know about this fact. Mahayana and Hinayana, two sects emerged out of 4th Buddhist Council that was held under patronage of Kanishka. Whereas question is asking about Sthaviravadin, Lokottaravadin also. If we know the Buddhist history, at least we can get some kind of intelligence guess here. Now let us try to understand the lifetime of Buddha and how the ideas are changing from time period to time period and how it led to schism within Buddhist Sangha. What is lifetime of Buddha? Lifetime of Buddha is 563 BC to 483 BC. It was the time period. He was a contemporary of Magadha Mahajanapada rulers like Bimbisara and Ajatashatru. When he died in 483, when Buddha died in 483, ruler of Magadha was Ajatashatru. Immediately he held a council that was first Buddhist council. It was held in his capital. The capital of Ajatashatru was Rajgir. So first Buddhist council was held in 483 BC under patronage of Ajatashatru immediately after death of Buddha. It was held in Rajgir. These facts are also important because in UPSC anytime question can be asked in any of these facts. Let us take a table, it will be helpful. First Buddhist council 483 BC. It was held in Rajgir under patronage of Ajatashatru. What was the development? You see, in 483 BC he died. His disciples, Buddha's disciples like Ananda, Upali, they were memorizing whatever Buddha was teaching to them. So the first act in first Buddhist council was to compile the teachings of Buddha. Here two important texts, they were Sutta Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka. These two texts were compiled in 483 BC immediately after Buddha's death. These are important. Three Pitakas are very important texts in Buddhist literature. They are written in Pali language. Two of them, Sutta Pitaka and Vinaya Pitaka, were compiled in first Buddhist council itself. Now in the second Buddhist council, it was held after 100 years of death of Buddha, that is 383 BC. By this time period, Magadhan Empire or Magadhan Mahajanapada was ruled by different dynasty. Ajatashatru was belonged to Haryanka dynasty. In 383 BC, a new dynasty came, that is Shishunaga dynasty. They held second Buddhist council in their capital, that is Vaishali. Ruler was Kalashoka. He was the ruler, capital Vaishali, 383 BC. Here, for the first time, a kind of split took place in Buddhist religion. One is Sthaviravadin. Second one is Mahasanghika. Sthaviravadin also called Sthaviravadin. What is the difference? In modern India also we see, according to the changing times, some people wanted to bring new changes to the ideals. Some people, they don't want to bring any new changes. They want to follow exactly what was taught by their gurus or teachers. Similarly, the terms we use in modern India like pro changers and no changers, same thing is applied here also. Theravadin, these people they don't want any change. So Theravadins are no changers. They don't want to bring any changes in the teachings of Buddha. Whereas Mahasanghika, they wanted some changes according to the times, because now it is 383 BC. 100 years after the death of Buddha, they wanted to change in the principles. Accordingly, they wanted to teach to the public. Pro-changers. So this is the first identified split in Buddhist Sangha. Here question is saying about Theravadin and Mahasanghika. Sthaviravadin and Mahasanghika, two terms are coming within this question. Here question is, Sthaviravadin belong to Mahayana Buddhism. Now we'll see. We know from NCERT itself that in 4th Buddhist Council that was held, there is no exact time period. It is 1st century AD. It was held in Kashmir, held by Kanishka. Here Mahayana and Hinayana, two type of. Let us take a new sheet. Here these differences are helpful for us. One is Hinayana, second one is Mahayana. Same thing, Hinayana and Mahayana also, one they don't want any change and other people wanted change. Here you can say Mahayana, they were pro-changers, they were no changers. Now you observe, between 1st century AD and 383 BC, between 383 to 1st century AD, hundreds of years passed. During this time period, there were so many ideas within Sthaviravadin and within Mahasanghika sect itself. It is said that total 18 sects emerged by this time period. When Kanishka held 4th Buddhist Council, already 18 different ideas were there within Buddhist ideas. Some of them are closely related to Hinayana ideology. Some of them are closely related to Mahayana ideology. One of the ideologies which is close to Mahayana was Lokottaravadin. And here different type of sects came together and they formed into one group, that is Hinayana, and another sect Mahayana. Now differences are, one, they don't want idol worship. No idol worship, but they promoted idol worship. This is the reason Gandhara art, Madura art popularized Mahayana Buddhism, because these sculptures created Buddhist images. Kanishka promoted Mahayana Buddhism. No changers, no idol worship, and they, in the form of images, they worshipped Buddha. Whereas Hinayana, they wanted only symbols. Only symbols should be to be worshipped, not in the form of human images. Symbols like lotus. Lotus means it is related to birth of Buddha. Stupa. Stupa means it is related to death of Buddha. Like different symbols like elephant, lion, people tree. People tree symbolizing the enlightenment of Buddha. So these symbols are worshipped in Hinayana. In Mahayana, the principles are same, but the how they worship is different. And here another important change is with respect to Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is part of Mahayana Buddhism. That means Bodhisattva help other people also to get enlightenment. Whereas here individual specific. Individuals, they worship symbols and they attain moksha. Whereas in case of Mahayana, a guru or bodhisattva, he helps other people to attain moksha. These are the major differences. Hinayana and Mahayana, they got finalized in 4th Buddhist Council under under Kanishka. So only in NCERT we get in 4th Buddhist Council under Kanishka, Hinayana, Mahayana emerged. We know only this much, but if we know the evolution, how different type of sects are emerging over a period of time. Before Hinayana, Mahayana itself, there were 18 type of sects. The first identified 2 sects were Theravadin or Sthaviravadin, and second one is Mahasanghika. So you can see here these people were pro-changes. So obviously Mahasanghika was part of Mahayana Buddhism. Mahasanghika, it led to Mahayana Buddhism. Now come to the question. Sthaviravadin belonged to Mahayana Buddhism. No. Sthaviravadin became part of Hinayana. Because no changes became part of Hinayana Buddhism. So this statement goes wrong. 1 is wrong. This also wrong. Only 2 and 3 and 3 only. Either B or C. Now in case of 3, in both statements 3 is there. That means 3 is always right. Here it is saying the deification of Buddha by Mahasanghikas fostered Mahayana Buddhism. Mahasanghika became part of Mahayana Buddhism. It is right. Second one, Lokottaravadin sect was an offshoot of Mahasanghika sect. So this is correct statement. Lokottaravadin from Mahasanghika, again within Mahasanghika also some kind of differences emerged. Different type of sects emerged within Mahasanghika, within Sthaviravada, different types. By this time period, 18 sects emerged, and some grouped into Hinayana and some grouped into Mahayana. So if you know, here the 3rd Buddhist Council, here it was held in 250 BC. It was held by Ashoka. This most of the students know. 3rd Buddhist Council was held by Ashoka in 250 BC. Here his capital was Pataliputra. By this time period, there were so many differences within Buddhist Sangha. This evidence we will get from Ashoka edicts itself. Ashoka himself has given inscriptions saying that if anyone tries to split Buddhist Sangha, they will be punished. This was exclusively given in an inscription. That famous inscription or edict was called Schism Edict. Schism means split in the Sangha. So it became a Schism Edict. In this edict, he warned if anyone wants to split Buddhist Sangha. This shows that there were some kind of splits, there were some kind of differences in Buddhist Sangha itself. By 1st century AD, all these differences emerged, and these differences grouped into only 2. One is Mahayana, another one is Hinayana. So if you know this evolution, you can take intelligent guess. Mahayana Buddhism, Mahasanghika became Mahayana, and Sthaviravadin became Hinayana. So this is about this question. So please remember this particular table. Any of this fact can become a part of the statement in UPSC question. Thank you.